It's been often said that you never forget your first time at anything, and to me, this is especially true when it comes to video games. Well, today, I'm happy to begin the tale of my first step into this legend. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome to my next project, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm aware that this is the most divisive game in the entire Zelda franchise as far as its reputation goes, but like I said that update I posted about a month or two ago, this game is very special to me, mainly because, believe it or not, this was my first Zelda game. Trust me, it took me a long time to try to get into this franchise, but I'll save that tale for some time down the line. But, but in any case, let's not delay the inevitable any further and just start our adventure right away. Rise, Link. The time has come for you to awaken. You are fated to have, to have a hand in a great destiny, and it will soon find you. The time has come for you to awaken. Link. Well, I guess that's one way to wake up in the morning. If I had anything like that in real life, I would never be late for anything ever again. That'd be pretty handy. Hey, sleepyhead. I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine, Link. Today's the wing ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts. Remember? You better not keep me waiting. Zelda. So welcome to the Night Academy, or at least our room in said academy. If you go to this cupboard here, we'll get something right away. A blue rupee, which is worth 5 rupees. You come back to this cupboard in your room every now and then, and you'll get this blue rupee. It's a limitless supply, so if you're ever running low on cash, that's a good place to stock up on your wallet. Let's go to this guy. He seems to be very intrigued by this board. Morning, Link. So, today's the wing ceremony. Are you ready? All I'm saying is everyone else is out there practicing at the plaza, but you seem pretty relaxed about the whole thing. Of course, that crimson lawfig of yours is something special. I feel pretty confident riding him too. My bird won the last ceremony, but I don't even think he could beat that red terror of yours. Of course, a bird's true speed in a race always comes down to the skill of the rider. Racer, just a ride. I'm something of a bird researcher around here, so you know, if you ever find yourself in need of some bird expertise, come see old Pippet. I'll be sure to keep that in mind, though I'm not sure that'll come in handy anytime soon. Wonder what you have to say. Hey, like today's the wing ceremony is finally upon us. It's time to put what you've learned to use, all those practical skills I've taught you, and all the academic prowess Instructor Horwell taught you. While we're at it, do you remember how to look around using C? Okay, so he's explaining the first-person mechanic that we can use in this game. We won't use it very much early on, but it'll come a bit handy later on, especially if this is your first time playing. So you can move around with the Wiimote, but if your cursor ever goes out of alignment like he just said, just press center on the D-pad and it'll be back in alignment.
Hey.
If you're heading over to the plaza, the quickest way is out the door on the ground floor. The exit on the top floor is still locked, so you obviously can't get out there. What's taking that lunch lady so long? I'm gonna have a word with her later. Well, I'm an explorer, so I'm gonna go explore up here anyways, because I just like to do that kind of stuff in video games. I like to be thorough, okay? If you have a problem with that, well then, too bad. Talk to this redhead. Morning, Lake. Good luck on the wing ceremony today. Just think, if you win today, you'll become a senior like us, and you'll be a very big step closer to graduating as a knight. You'll even get a nice uniform like I'm wearing. Something tells me you'd be pretty handsome in it. But still not as dreamy as him. Well, someone's got a little crush going on. I wonder if that'll factor into the future. I highly doubt it. So I'm pretty sure if you go to any of the rooms in the academy, there's not much going on. So it's just best to leave as soon as possible. But there is another way we can get even more rupees. So talk to this guy who's struggling with the barrels. Wanted to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Plus, I got to move these barrels over to the kitchen. I was hoping to at least be able to cheer you all, but I guess that's the way it goes. Go out there a while then, buddy. Well, you seem to be having some trouble, so let me help ya. Thanks. I didn't think you had time to help me out. Oh, no problem. Really? Thanks. Okay, so I need you to carry one of these barrels over to the lady who works in the kitchen. Press A to pick up a barrel, then press A again to put it down your feet. If you hold the Wiimote up and swing it, you can throw whatever you're carrying. You can roll small items like pots holding the Wiimote down and swinging it. But we'll get in huge trouble if any of those barrels break, so don't even think about throwing or rolling them. If you forget any of this, just press 2. That'll bring up an explanation of the actions available to you at that moment in time. Pretty handy, huh? Yeah, I say so. Again, if you're a first timer, if you need a fresh reminder, you can just do just that. I usually don't need to do it though, because I play this game quite a few times. We don't really get any penalty for damaging stuff. We'll just get yelled at by the lady, but nothing more. So that gauge at the right next to the lake is the stamina gauge. To my knowledge, this is the only game in the Zelda franchise that has this kind of mechanic, and it's pretty frowned upon from what I've read up. But I really don't mind at all. I mean, you just have to wait a few seconds for it to recharge. It's not that big of a deal. Say, don't you have some important ceremony or such today? Well, thanks for the help. So we go back to that boy named Fledge that we just talked to. Thanks, that was a huge help, Lake. I know it's not much, but here's half of the pay the old lady offered me to do that. We get a red rupee, which is worth 20. So we already have 25 rupees, and we're not even out the door yet. So that's a pretty good start, considering that, well, this is a Zelda game, and we'll have to buy a lot of stuff in the future. So let's go through the doors and see what awaits us outside. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our home, the land of Skyloft. So if we try to approach these crates, we'll get called up by that guy who we just saw with a camera pad. Morning to you, Lake. Today's finally the day of the long-awaited wing ceremony. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remembered. There's something I'd like to ask you about. Look this way while holding Z and pressing A. Okay, this is a pretty common mechanic, Zelda. You can target people or things near and far by holding Z. In the case of this guy, we can press A to talk to him. Excellent. Always remember you can press Z to target something. Like I said, it's pretty common Zelda, so if this is your first time playing any Zelda game, which in my case this was for me when I played this like 4 years ago, then I guess you'll learn something new, but this is pretty common. You should be able to climb up if you dash to the top of that wooden box, don't you think? Move while holding A to dash. You should be able to make that jump fairly easily. Try climbing up. So we're using the stamina gauge for quite a few actions throughout the game. Dashing is another, I think, unique mechanic to Skyward Sword that's not present in other games. I think you dash automatically if you hold the control stick in other Zelda titles. Jump a short distance like this just by moving towards it. I like to call it the auto jump. Ah yes, auto jump. It just has a nice ring to it. Just move towards the ledge, it will jump automatically, hence the title, auto jump. So what are you up to? Rushing to get some last minute writing practice in this morning, Link? Oh? You have someone to meet? Ah, Zelda's waiting for you, is she? Perfect timing then. You see, Zelda's father, Headmaster Kabora, has a pet named Mia, and, well, she's scampered off again. I assume she's on the roof then. Look! Over there, do you see her? The headmaster was so busy working with Zelda preparing for the ceremony, I thought that maybe I should feed her, but the ceremony's about to start and I've just put on a fresh set of clothes and excuses. You want me to help you, don't ya? Well, we always gotta be the good guy in Zelda games, so why not? You should be able to climb somewhere over there. If you hang off that ledge there, you can climb up on the roof, so just a lot of climbing we have to do. I'm terribly sorry, but I know you're quite the climber. I really do appreciate it. We get no rewards like any rupees per se, but we're just learning more of the stamina gauge and what it can do. So if you're ever climbing on a ledge or vines like I was doing, you can swing the remote in the particular direction you're going to make you climb even faster. It does take up quite a bit of the gauge, but it's kind of worth it, especially if you're speedrunning through this game. So now we're learning how to move boxes. And we can also climb up boxes if they're close to a wall. So we can either dash or just climb up to it by holding the control stick near a box. For some reason, I always tend to hit A and try to climb up a ledge because I played a lot of games that have that kind of mechanic, but it kind of takes getting used to if you're a first timer like I was when I played this game. Brought her back safe and sound. Sorry for troubling you with this. I know you're busy, Link. I suppose I should feed Mia now. Please tell the headmaster that we found his pet. He should be up by the statue of the goddess. I believe Zelda is there with him, so you should hurry along. But before we leave, I just have to wonder, what the heck is this thing? He sure looks pretty cute, but what's with the big ears? It looks like a part cat, part raccoon with a tail. I don't know. It's still pretty adorable though. I can see why the headmaster likes it so much. We come over here, this is a bird statue. This pretty much is your save point. I'm not going to be saving our recordings, of course, in case the video gets messed up, I have to do something over again. But it's there if you need to. How's life? You managed to sleep a week of sleep last night? Figured you might be tossing and turning all night thinking about the big ceremony today. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately, and we can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Yeah, you haven't already forgotten to send your prayers. He's just telling us how to save, which I just explained. As you know, those bird statues are all over Skyloft. It's about time you get in the habit of stopping at a statue every now and then. A prayer in time saves 9, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not sure why the text was read there. Was that a hint or a reference or something? I don't know. But if we pick this up, this is stamina fruit. It pretty much replenishes your shield stamina gauge. Man, I'm having a tough time talking. So we run up here. There's another stamina fruit right there. It fills up after you during you run. So it's pretty helpful if you're trying to run along for an extended period of time. Hey, good morning, Lake. I'm glad to see my lawfully got you out of bed. I was pretty sure you sleep in and forget to meet me this morning. But look at this instrument, and look at this outfit. They're mine to use today in the ceremony since I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the one the goddess was said to have in the legends. It sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it, and he says it's called a harp. And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself, and we get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm going to make a great goddess today. I got you up early this morning because I wanted you to be the first to see me like this, Lake. So, how do I look? I think she looks great. That's not me being nice, I actually think she does look great. I think so too, but it's nice to see you agree. Ah, there you are, Zelda. Are you all prepared for today's ceremony? Oh, hello, Father. Ah, Lake, you're here too. Outstanding. It's encouraging to see you up so early, given your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony has had you too excited to close your eyes for once. If you win today's ceremonial race, you'll get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda, so give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if you could do it. Recently, Lake has been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around, probably daydreaming. I don't know what he's thinking. He's gonna have to be in perfect control of his bird to win today. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point, today's wing ceremony tests the skill of the rider as well as his bond to his bird. Victory will not come easily. And as you pointed out, I haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. But you've known him since you were both very little. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, Lake and his Loftwing share a special connection. I've never seen anything quite like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We are only made whole by our Loftwings, the guardian birds the goddess bestowed upon each of us as a symbol of her divine protection. When you are young, or when we are young, every one of us meets our Loftwing under the great statue of the goddess. It's quite a big moment, as I'm sure you recall. Ah, but that first meeting between Link and his Loftwing was extraordinary. The bird that came to him was a crimson Loftwing. It's a breed so rare, we were sure for some time it had vanished from the line. Yes, and that boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from the moment they met. Do you recall when Link and that Loftwing of his first met? What a sight! The little boy just hopped onto that bird and gracefully flew away without a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shared with his bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. Ah, but who can blame you? I'm sure you were the only one envious of that powerful bond that's shared by Link and his bird. Anyone who's a part of something special is bound to catch some nasty look sooner or later. Ooh, ooh. This contest is nothing to laugh at, Father. This ceremony is part of the final test of those training to become Knights of Skyloft. If Link doesn't fly fast enough during the race, what if Link messes up his big chance? What if he's not allowed to become a knight? Calm down, my dear. It will be fine. Honestly, it's almost as though you become a completely different person when you worry about Link. Listen, Link, you'd better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze in a little practice time before the race. Come on, you'll thank me later. Here we are. Go on now. Jump off the edge and call your Loftwing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. Hmm? Oh yeah? You can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to weasel off having to practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Off you go. What kind of a friend is she pushing us off the ledge like that? Hmm. This bird is sure taking a long time to get here. Something's wrong. Hang in there, Lake. I've got you. Are you two alright? Well, I just had a near-death experience, but other than that, I'm fine. I'll live. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? This is very odd, Lake. What could have possibly happened to your Loftwing? For a bird to ignore the call of its master? It's unheard of. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh, Link? This is quite a problem, especially considering the wing ceremony is about to start. Link, when you said you couldn't sense your Loftwing, well, I should have believed you. I'm sorry. I need to tend to my own Loftwing, so I'll catch up with you later. You'd better go on ahead and see if you can find where your bird is gone. My, how'd it get to be so late? If I recall correctly, this year Instructor Horwell is presiding over the ceremony. Link, you should go explain the situation to him and see if he's willing to delay the race a little so that you can find your bird. But father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If Link asks Instructor Horwell, he'll probably just come talk to you about it. Ah, quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. Very well, I'll explain the situation to him myself. Link, run along and tell Instructor Horwell to meet me at my quarters. Well, this is quite the predicament we got ourselves into. But I think we're gonna have to stop for today. This video is already running quite long as it is. I shall warn you that the first few videos of this Let's Play are gonna be very slow since we'll be going through a lot of story and tutorial stuff, but once we get past this portion, things should be going by a little smoothly, so a little more smoother I should say, so try to bear with me for these next few videos. But in any case, next time on Skyward Sword, we'll begin this search for our bird and see what happened to it. Until we meet again everyone, farewell for now.